Well, we finally made it. WrestleMania 34, the grandest stage of them all. This show, before I get started, you guys are probably wondering what happened to my Super Card of Honor review that I promised. I'm gonna be real with you. For that show, I literally just skimmed through that shit and just watched matches that I wanted to see. So I'll just give you some really brief thoughts about this. The ladder match, phenomenal. Best match of the night, best match of that show. That was just a great ladder match. So-called uncensored Young Bucks and Flip Gordon, all six of these just tore the house down. It was just brutal. It was insane. Dalton Castle and Marty Scurll. I wanted Marty Scurll to win, but I'm cool with it. The match was pretty entertaining for the most part. Everything else is kind of like dull. I like Briscoes and Lito and Hashi, but wasn't memorable. And then Cody and Omega. I'm gonna be real. I did not like that match at all. I mean, I did like the match, but the standards that I had for this match, and it's probably my fault, but it wasn't that great. But that's my personal opinion. I get that Cody likes to play games and be a character, but after a while, it just gets really fucking annoying. And the Young Bucks kicking Omega, it was just ridiculous. I just didn't enjoy it. Overall, Supercard of Honor this year was kind of a letdown, to be honest, because this had a pretty stacked card, and they fucked up the women's. First of all, Tenille Dashwood is the most over women, and you don't put it over. Like, that's just stupid ass booking. You had potential of having a great card at Ring of Honor, and you tried, but overall, the show just was good, but not as great as I imagined. But now let's get on to WrestleMania. What do I think of this show? The show was weird, to say the least. That's for sure. Hold on, I got a call from everybody now that WrestleMania is done. This show was weird. On one hand, you had some entertaining moments, entertaining wrestling, some good old stuff here and there. And then you had some really bad matches, to say the least. And a really dumbass match, which I'll get to. We didn't have like a legit match of the year contender. We did have one, but I could see anything else topping it later down the road. Maybe not. If they don't, then something's really wrong with this company. But yeah, let's just talk about it. What did I think about this show? Let's just start from the beginning. We have the Intercontinental Championship match. Miz versus Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor. I really wanted Demon Finn Balor. I think it would have given an extra touch to the match. Instead, Finn Balor comes with a shirt with like the colors representing that he supports the gay community, and they had like a bunch of people with t-shirts like that. So, okay, that's cool. But I really wanted a Demon Finn. Like, I don't know. That's just my personal opinion. It's just biased because honestly, without the paint, what is Finn Balor really? It's just a personal opinion. And I like Finn Balor. He's definitely one of my favorites working in the company right now. But I don't know. I just wasn't digging it. It's just dull. With that said, this match is still freaking amazing. Any man could have won this match and I would have been happy. We've seen the match before on a free episode of Raw, but we had it on WrestleMania and it was much better than that. Just the story, just the finishers. It was just an insane match. For a while, it was the match of the night. And that's saying a lot for the rest of the show. But this was overall a pretty entertaining show, to say the least. Match, my bad. Good opener. Great way to kick off the show. Great way to get people hyped and stuff. If you're wondering about the kickoff, I did see it. I just kind of skimmed through it. I know that Matt Hardy and Naomi won the Battle Royals. And then Alexander and Mustafa Ali was such a letdown. Too many commercials, too many advertisements. They really fucked up that match. They tried everything to make that match a letdown, but I mean, what can you do? It's the WWE. They really fucked that up, but whatever. I'm actually just like don't care about it. Cedric Alexander wins, so congrats to that guy. So that's my opinion on the kickoff. So that's why I ignored it. But back to this match. Just the flips. I'm glad that the curb stomp is back. There's times where I did not know who the hell was going to win. And eventually Seth Rollins came out at the top. Honestly, Finn Balor wasn't even pinned. Miz was pinned. So it really does take me out the fact that the Demon didn't come out, but that's just besides the point because Demon or not, this match is still one of the best, and Seth Rollins going over was great. Seth Rollins is now a Grand Slam champion, even though it doesn't mean much anymore because now everybody's a Grand Slam champion in this era. Randy Orton became one just recently, and Roman Reigns too. I got a lot to say about Reigns when I get to him. But yeah, this match was freaking awesome. Honestly, the best match of the show for a while. So, something else tops it, but we'll get to that match. Then we get Charlotte versus Asuka for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Do I think that the streak should have gone over? Should the streak ended? At first, I said, you know what? This is a good twist. Charlotte beating the Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka. That's great. That's awesome. And then the more and more I thought about it, the more disappointed I was because what are you gonna do with Asuka now? What is Asuka doing now? Yeah, I'm really curious to see what they do with Asuka now. And then the promo at the end was really stupid. Like Asuka's like, "You beat the Empress of Tomorrow, congratulations!" And then hug. It was like super awkward. Overall, as far as the match goes, we had some cool spots. I really liked that flip that Charlotte did with Asuka at the top rope. It was a good little match. It was a stiff wrestling match. It was alright. It wasn't great as people thought it would be. For if anything, I could see people overrating this match, but as years go by, I could totally see people like saying, "Yeah, that match wasn't that great, and why did Asuka go lose?" And I'm really, really damn curious to see what they do with these two women following. No Carmella cash in. I thought she was gonna cash in on the Raw match. I'll get to that match when I get to it. So Charlotte and Asuka, despite not being the epic match that I expected it to be, it was still a fun match, and I still enjoyed it. It was a good match to say the least. I really enjoyed it for the most part. Then we had Randy Orton, Jinder Mahal, Bobby Roode, and Rusev for the United States Championship. This was just like a little filler match just to get people. It's kind of like a piss break match to say the least, but for the most part, it was entertaining. I didn't hate it. It was a little bit too short, but I was fine with it. It did what it did. It was just a decent little match just to get people hyped for what's next to come. Jinder Mahal goes over. I'm actually cool with that. I want Rusev to be in the main event picture. I want him to go fight for the WWE Championship or the Universal Championship, whichever one. I don't care. Bobby Roode could definitely move up higher. And Randy Orton, honestly, I don't know what they're doing with Randy Orton. For sure, he's going to Raw. He better get drafted to Raw so we could start over with Randy Orton and put him back in the main event picture where he clearly belongs. And for the love of God, turn this guy heel. He's so fucking boring as a babyface. Jinder Mahal, as far as him winning, I'm cool with it. I feel like if you're gonna like give Jinder Mahal the WWE Championship that failed, might as well try again with the guy. I don't hate the guy like everybody else does. Like anybody working in the WWE deserves a chance. I agree with that term, but overall, yes. I'm not saying that Jinder Mahal's title reign was awesome. It was the worst WWE Championship run I've ever seen in my fucking life. It was disgusting. It was hideous. It was horrible. With that said, let's see what they do with Mahal. Hopefully, we get better writers for the guy. Next match. Kurt Angle versus Ronda Rousey. Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey versus Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. I did not want to see this match at all. The story was crap. It was overhyped to the max. People are treating this like a main event match, and it wasn't. But the more I thought, as the match went on, this is the most entertaining match in the show. I'm not saying it was the best match, but it was like the most entertaining. Like Kurt Angle and Triple H, they still got it. Kurt Angle looks much better than he did at Survivor Series. And then Ronda Rousey was actually pretty good. She wasn't horrible. You clearly tell she needs some work. There's a part where she grabs Stephanie and throws her, and it was ridiculous how she throws it. Like, almost Stephanie fell on her fucking head. I didn't like the whole Ronda Rousey beating up Triple H. It just doesn't look that believable. You mean to tell me the guy who went toe-to-toe with The Undertaker 3 times couldn't take Ronda Rousey? I'm just saying, that was just like a little nitpick for me. I get it, he's much older, so obviously he can't move as much, but he's done pretty well. It was cool. We actually had the men interact with the females. Like there's Stephanie McMahon gets the ankle lock on Stephanie McMahon, which was a great markout moment. Triple H attacks. At the end, Ronda Rousey makes Stephanie McMahon tap out with an armbar, and Ronda Rousey gets her moment. Overall, this is a really entertaining match. I didn't hate the match. It was actually pretty solid for the most part. I really enjoyed this one. Then we had the Bludgeon Brothers squashing Usos and New Day for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. Now, if we had a stipulation, we could have gotten one of the best matches of the show. Instead, what we got is the Bludgeon Brothers just coming out, beat the crap out of everybody in a matter of minutes, and they become SmackDown Tag Team Champions. That was actually not that bad. I didn't hate it. I thought it was fine. I thought it worked for the story. The Bludgeon Brothers are now strong, and I can't wait to see who they fight next. Authors of Pain are rumored to come to the main roster, and those guys are popular for squashing people. So now the Bludgeon Brothers squash the two top talent tag teams currently. Can you imagine that kind of match? Whew, I'm excited. So Bludgeon Brothers going over in this matter, I thought it did its job. I thought it was fine. Now I'm going to get into nitpicky mode. The next match should have been Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Instead, what we did is switch it with this match. The reason why I think it was a little bit of a nitpick for me is just because of how early this match came out. So John Cena walks in. Now, first of all, in the beginning of the show, they kept showing a camera at John Cena that, oh, look, he's here. He's in the crowd. Like, that was just stupid decision. Like, that was just really dumb. But then after Charlotte and Asuka have their match, a referee walks up to Cena like, hey, Undertaker's here. He's challenging you. And he's like, for real? So when he gets out of the ring, runs to the back, and gets ready for this match. And sure enough, John Cena comes in his ring gear. He's ready to fight The Undertaker. The lights go out, and then Elias comes out, and I was like, oh, this is fucking awesome. Now, I thought they were going to go 3 different directions with this. I thought they were going to have John Cena fight Elias in a match, and then later on the show, he fights Undertaker, not officially accepting his challenge. 2, I thought Elias was going to have his concert, and John Cena was going to go back to sit down for a while, which kind of did happen. But then I thought like a manager, like a McMahon or something, was going to come out like, Cena, Undertaker, you are fighting The Undertaker later on in the show, so stay tuned. As far as you, Elias, since you want to be part of WrestleMania, how about this? I'm going to bring an opponent for you. And then he brings out like Goldberg or some shit. Squashes Elias, but that didn't happen. I mean, that would have been kind of cool, but I mean, that's whatever. But anyways, what actually happened, which I predicted, John Cena beat up Elias, and then The Undertaker came out. Now, it was cool what they did. They had his hat and stuff all right there for John Cena to see. And then it disappeared, and it made sense because that's the last time we saw The Undertaker at WrestleMania. Not the last time, remember 25? So anyways, John Cena was like, okay, guess I'm going to fight him. Then I hear the bells, and I was like, wait, I thought we were getting the American Badass. That's the rumor. Nope, guess not. Kid Rock in the Hall of Fame was completely pointless now that I think about it. So anyways, Undertaker comes back as the dead man. John Cena and The Undertaker have a 2-minute match. And for 2 minutes, these guys actually entertained the shit out of me. This is the best 2-minute match I've ever seen. This kind of reminded me of Brock Lesnar and Goldberg last year. Remember how short and awesome that match was? This is basically it. Again, this match wasn't like a 5-star classic. I don't want you guys to get that mentality, but as far as entertaining goes, this was just really good. And Undertaker going over, that was great. Now, what's next for Undertaker to do? Undertaker should come on Raw, announce his retirement, and call it a day. There's no reason for The Undertaker to come back to wrestle. There is absolutely no reason. He already fought John Cena. There's nothing more. Let's move on. Sorry for that little rant, but now let's get on to Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. The reason why I thought this match should have been next instead of Cena Taker is because not Kevin Owens, but the crowd was really hot for the whole entire show so far, and then like when the crowd just saw Undertaker come out and fight John Cena for the good time that they had, that was it. Like the crowd was kind of, I mean, they kind of worked with the whole yes thing, but overall that was just it. With that said, this match, I don't get the hate. This match was entertaining. It did its job. It told the right story. The fact that Owens and Zayn came out from the back and attacked him, that was brilliant. Taking out Daniel Bryan for a while, teasing Daniel Bryan's return. So Shane McMahon was like on his own, which worked. And then eventually when Daniel Bryan gets the hot tag, that's when it gets all even better. So this was a really good match. Like, I miss storytelling in matches. This was probably the best one they did, other than maybe the next match I'm going to talk about, or whatever. This is a good match. I really enjoyed it. It was a fun match. Great way to bring back Daniel Bryan to a big stage. And as far as Owens and Zayn goes, let's be real, they're going back to Raw. It's obvious at this point. Then we get Alexa Bliss putting the women's championship against Nia Jax. Now in the beginning match, the match didn't even start, but Nia Jax beats the crap out of Mickie James, so now it's just Alexa Bliss versus Nia Jax. It started funny. Alexa Bliss bitch slapped Nia Jax. Then Nia Jax was like, ah! And then Alexa Bliss screams, and then she starts running for a while. Then the match continued. They actually tried. I'm actually impressed. These girls actually got a good match for 9 minutes. And this is another match where it got a lot of hate, and I'm actually one of those people that's actually defending it. It's not a classic, but it was entertaining. Most of these matches just had to be entertaining, which was great for me. Alexa Bliss ends up losing the belt, so Nia Jax is now your Raw Women's Champion. And this is the part where I say bullshit. Why the hell didn't Carmella cash in? It would have been great storytelling. It would have made sense. They dropped the ball with this at the end. That's really what takes people out of it. I really wanted to see a Carmella cash in at this show, just so we have something to remember. Like, the only thing we're really going to remember is Cena Taker, the streak ending, and maybe the next match I'm about to talk about. But yeah, and of course Rousey's debut. So you have some things to talk about to your friends tomorrow, but nothing like, oh shit, this was awesome. So yeah, that was it. Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss had the best match they could have had. What you expected out of this match happened, and it was actually good. I really liked it. I don't get the hate. It was actually pretty good. Now let's get on to the match that everybody wants, that I wanted to talk about. The match I predicted was going to be the match of the year. Shinsuke Nakamura. First of all, awesome entrance. You have rock music, then they had the violins. It was just cool. You had different instruments playing Nakamura to the way. Versus AJ Styles. This was the match of the night. But it wasn't the match of the year. I think we all could agree that we overhyped this. We didn't realize that the match needed a true story. This needed a storyline to make it work. Otherwise, this is just a dull-ass match, just like anything else. But the match that we all knew what they could have had, they had. They just needed a good story. They needed stuff. I don't know. It was just missing something. They had the right tools. They just needed a good story heading into it, because otherwise, this match really wasn't as great as we all predicted. It was an awesome match. With that said, it was still the match of the night, in my opinion. And Styles went over. I was shocked. I was like, oh shit, AJ Styles is going to win. He won. It was insane. We all thought that Shinsuke Nakamura was going to be the first ever Japanese WWE champion. I was like, damn, this is disappointing. And then the ending happened, and I said to myself, yep, this is going to be one of those matches that people are going to talk about for the most part. Not for a while, not for a long ass time, but pretty much people are going to talk about this for the time being, because the ending of the match was brilliant. Basically, Shinsuke Nakamura holds the belt to Styles like this, kind of like leaning like a proposal or some shit. AJ Styles grabs his belt, and then Shinsuke punches AJ in the groin and the nuts. And Shinsuke Nakamura turned heel. That was brilliant. It made sense. Shinsuke Nakamura busted his ass off. He lost to Jinder fucking Hall. He lost to AJ Styles. He had it all. He won the Royal Rumble. It was everything perfect. And he blew it. So he's furious. It makes sense. And plus, if he was gonna lose, there's no other thing I would have done better than this. This was just brilliant. And now I'm excited to see what's next to come. Granted, I won't be watching wrestling for a while, especially for the next upcoming weeks. But yeah, I was surprised and I was glad to see that. It was just great, and I can't wait to see what's next for these guys. Now we have a story with these guys, so the next match these guys have is for sure going to be a classic. It better be now. So yeah, I really enjoyed this match. It was a great match. And a great finale to it. So that was just great. Next up, now we've gone downhill from this. Let's get on with rant. Fuck this. Let's get everything off. The worst way to end the show was with two of the worst matches I've ever seen in my fucking life. We start off with Cesaro and Sheamus having a goofy ass entrance. And then Braun Strowman comes out breaking the entrance thing that Cesaro and Sheamus came in with. And I'm thinking, what if, and this would be actually kind of interesting, what if Braun Strowman's partner was James Ellsworth? Think about it. A goofball who was the first person to lose to Braun Strowman when he debuted. So it would have just been great storytelling there. And I was like, oh, that would have been interesting as hell. James Ellsworth, that's the perfect way to bring him back, and it would have been great. Now, it was a long shot bringing Samoa Joe in. It was a long shot bringing like all these other guys we expected, but what the hell did they do instead? Braun Strowman said, I'm picking one of you. And I was like, okay, I get it. They're going to sign a new guy, and he's going to basically team up with Braun Strowman in this match. It's great. Think about it. They could have brought in, I don't know, some NXT guys that they got. I really don't. That they could have brought. Like, obviously, I know the talent, but I don't know who they could have brought. So I'm thinking, who the hell are they gonna bring? They brought a fucking child to this match, Nicholas. Yes, Nicholas is gonna be remembered as the kid who won the Raw Tag Team Championship. So now he's gonna go to school and tell all his friends about it. What the fuck was this? This is the stupidest shit I've ever seen. How did Braun Strowman... What the hell did they do with Braun Strowman? He beat the shit out of Roman Reigns at the Elimination Chamber, and he goes to this? This is just stupid. Fuck. And I'm pretty sure I know what they're doing. I'm pretty positive I know what they're going to do. Braun Strowman is going to have a bunch of matches, and each week he's going to call people from the crowd. I know how this shit works. I know what they're going to do. That's going to happen. It's just a matter of thing. And it's horrible. I'm not digging it. Some stuff have turned around in the past. Like, we didn't expect Broken Matt Hardy to be as good as it was. We didn't expect Elias to be as over as he was. We didn't expect Rusev Day to even be as over. But this is just a far low. It makes sense if they had like a Santino do this shit or a Hurricane Helms do this shit. But Braun fucking Strowman, the guy who beat up, who main evented SummerSlam with Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, and Samoa Joe, that guy is now teaming with a bunch of fucking kids? Give me a fucking break. I feel bad for Cesaro and Sheamus. I really do. How the fuck did this shit slide? Like, what the hell are they thinking when they wrote this shit? This is by far the worst match of the show. And to top it all off, we got Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns main event in the show for the first time since WrestleMania 31. Now, that match was a great match. What could go wrong with this one? I mean, yeah, the story was shit, but for the most part, I doubt that Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar can have a bad match. You know, people are just shitting on this. People are just exaggerating. No, they were right. This was a fucking stupid ass match. Suplex, Superman punches, spears, F5s, blood. Now this makes no sense. How the fuck does Brock Lesnar just punch the shit out of Roman Reigns? He's bleeding like a motherfucker. And he doesn't lose like Randy Orton did at SummerSlam those couple years back. That makes no fucking sense. And at the end of the day, Brock Lesnar won the Universal Championship. So all of that just basically said, we're done with Roman Reigns. We're sorry we wasted your time. We apologize. We will never do this again. We're sorry. Roman Reigns is fucked. Unless if he goes to SmackDown and win the championship there is no coming back from this. This is fucking sad for Roman Reigns. On the bright side, Bobby Lashley just signed in, so we're getting Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley in the main event of SummerSlam, hopefully. I want to see Bobby Lashley get over. We need a new top guy. It's definitely not going to be Styles. I was thinking it could be AJ Styles, but rumor has it he's retiring next year. If they sign Kenny Omega, he could be the next face of the WWE, but Roman Reigns is not going to be the face of the WWE. It's just a fact, and it's pretty damn sad. He may come back from it. But I really have low doubts that that's going to happen anytime soon. Yeah, but Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar, let's do it. Otherwise, this was just pointless as hell. And it actually makes the match worse if we never get Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar. So yeah, overall this show, just watch from the opening match to Styles and Nakamura and you're good. That is a stacked card. Hell, I would actually count the kickoff matches and take off the last two matches, because those last two matches were a fucking nightmare to sit through. And I hated those matches, but yeah, overall, it was a great show. Like, again, I don't know whether to give it an 8 or a 7 out of 10. Fuck. Oh, and also, the show didn't drag to me. Like, you know, people are complaining that WrestleMania is too long, and I agree it is, but I didn't hate it. I did not hate this show at all. Other than those two last matches, but again, just watch the opening match to Styles and Nakamura, and you're set for the rest of it. Never watch Brock and Reigns. Never watch that shitty tag match, whatever the fuck that was. Other than that, you guys are good. That's all I'm gonna say for WrestleMania. Overall, it was a really weird ass show, but what can I say? This show, for the most part, it delivered for me. I thought it was fun. Would I ever go back and watch it? Fuck no. I would go back and watch some matches, but that's about it. So yeah, that's my personal opinion. That's my thoughts on the show. Comment down below your thoughts. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. The next set of videos, I'm going to do some movie reviews, so stay tuned for that. It's me, the ALE XX Prince, and until then, I'm out.